Before I get started with this video, I'd just like to apologize. During the film watching, CJ was coming down with a bit of the sniffles, so you can hear some of that in the mic. And then by the time I got around to editing and filming this second voiceover, she had given her germies to me. So now I'm coming down with the sniffles. So bit of an apology there. Sorry that we got sick. It's a bit of an inconvenience for both of us, I swear. This week, me and CJ watched The Fifth Wave, but after watching, I decided to reread the books as I happen to own the whole series. I was curious about where the movie went wrong or if the book wasn't that good to begin with, so in today's video, we'll be doing things a little differently. While this video will have our usual movie commentary, it will also have some solo commentary from me, Kody, comparing scenes from the books and discussing which one is better. Well, let's be honest. Is the movie ever better?
Kody and I just had the most fun, exhilarating hour of our life.
If fun and exhilarating are synonyms for horrendous, awful, frustrating, then yeah.
Well, I just want to say before this ad ends and the surprise is ruined, I've been trying to figure out what we're watching. I don't know. Kody picked it. Apparently it's... Okay, so context. I watched The Darkest Minds today, and it changed my life. I can feel a hyperfixation forming. And then Kody was like, I found this. It's a YA adaptation, and it's really bad. And I was like, damn, sounds super interesting. So I'm here, and we're about to
here.
Kizzy's here too, by the way. Let me know when the title goes away, and I want to see how long it takes me to realize what's happening.
The title is
Okay.
gone now. I don't
Sony.
know that CJ has ever seen this movie, nor read this book series. So I don't know that she will ever know what's happening.
What if there's a title card? I'd be so sad, genuinely.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm scared. I'm
Close
looking
your
away.
eyes.
I'm looking away.
Oh, it's just a movie.
Oh.
It's just a
Oof.
studio logo. Thought it was
Yeah,
a
me
title
too.
card. We
Me
got
too.
scared.
I'm like flinching. I don't want to see anything.
Oh,
I'm
close
looking
your
away.
eyes,
I'm
close
looking
your
away.
eyes. Oh, you can look now.
The Hunger Games. This is shit. Alien Invasion.
Blink, blink.
Don't play stupid.
Well, that's not the title of the movie. So
The title of the movie is A Number Wave.
what number is the
The
wave?
5th.
Yeah. You,
I actually did read these books.
you did?
Yeah.
I own not the whole series. I think maybe just the last book, actually. I think I just own the last book.
I couldn't tell you anything that happened in the books, but I read them. I want to know how she's got such a big fucking gun. Thank God I figured it out before that massive jump scare
How
title
did
screen.
you figure it out?
I saw Chloe Grace Moretz, and I knew that she did the 5th wave.
Do you know anyone else in this movie?
No.
Spoiler, you do.
Oh, shit. Is it the hot guy from the Hunger Games?
He's not in the Hunger Games. It is a different franchise based off a book. Genuinely. 2 actually separate franchises based on books. Movies always change from their source material, but these changes aren't always a bad thing. However, The Fifth Wave is bad. Not only did this movie adaptation do the standard writing out scenes and removing character motivations, this movie chose to change the very structure of how the story is told.
God, I wish I was watching The Darkest Minds right now. I ordered it on eBay, and the seller told me $1.47, which is suspicious, but I said, fuck yeah. And then with shipping and tax, it turned out to be a disgusting... Who is that? Let me see his face. Oh my God, it's him. It's the guy from Jurassic Park. And also Love Simon and like some other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, I was saying, with tax and stuff, it turned out to be $6.60. That's disgusting.
The cameraman a little bit needs to zoom out.
Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see people's faces this close. Shocked that. Wait a minute. I showed her a picture of the guy from Kingsman earlier. Okay, the guy from Darkest Minds, because it was upsetting me that she didn't know who he was from Kingsman. And then she said he looks like Nick Robinson. Is this why you just had Nick Robinson on the fucking brain? The little brother kind of looks like the guy from Hotel for Dogs. The love interest.
You do know. Well, I know the little brother.
Is he from Hotel for Dogs?
No, but I talk about this show so often that
Chucky.
You should. Yes.
Deadass?
Deadass.
I could 100% be making this up. But when I read the books, I think that she meets up with the hot guy from her old school in the apocalypse, and I remember thinking it was so fucking dumb that they just happen to run into each other, but I could totally be making this up.
I don't think you'll recognize him because you never watched the show, and it's been 10 years, and he's 4 in this.
He's Deadass 4?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that looks nothing like the kid from Chucky.
But it's the main character.
That looks nothing like the kid from Chucky. I mean, he's the right size to be a killer doll, but looks nothing like it.
Shut up.
I understand the aliens could wipe out all their tech with an EMP. How did they do that
really
with the
big
waves?
Rocks into the ocean. Now I'm emotionally watching the tsunami episode of 911. There is one creator out there.
Yeah.
And it is Ryan Murphy. He gave us Glee. He gave us the tsunami episode of 911. He gave us 911 Lone Star.
And we're not defending anything that man's done as a person. I don't know if he has or hasn't. I'm just saying that as a precursor. However, he gave you the 911 episode of the tsunami.
Tired.
The tsunami. I'm really tired. The tsunami episode of 911.
In our defense, we were supposed to do this about 2 hours ago, and it is now 1:30. Oh my gosh, Flash!
That's Flash Thompson.
I did not know Flash Thompson was in this. Dang, this is a all-stars B cast list. I know everyone. The movie also chopped the time we spend with the soldiers way down, which is hilarious considering that they are the fifth wave. The movie spends this time that we should be spending on the fifth wave discussing the third wave and second wave. And while Cassie would have known what was happening in the third wave and it's important to her character, she would have had no way to know what was happening during the second wave. They throw in a scene with Dumbo as if to say, well, we know what's happening because Dumbo was there, but Dumbo's not an important character. So why would we be following his POV for this one shot?
Can I see Nick Robinson? I'm not going to be another girl. I think he's kind of cute. Put him on the screen. Cassie's like, you're an other girl? Bang! Kills me on sight.
We know him too!
Oh my god, he's Sabretooth.
This movie flopped so severely.
God.
I know the whole cast.
That's pretty subjective.
Can she hold on to that goddamn bear? She's dropped it 3 times.
For dramatic effect.
That's where she got the AR-15, but
good to know. I did wonder about it.
You did. You said, where did she get such a big gun from?
I know. Roll back the tape.
That sounds like a lot of hard work. I won't be doing that. She dropped the fucking bear again, by the way.
Girl, she was bouncy balling off the sides of that fucking ravine.
Yeah. Well, he does.
Know that guy. He looks rough.
Yeah.
Looks like he puked before filming started.
Yeah.
I'd shoot him on sight for how sussy his vibes are.
You look a bit fluey, sir. We're gonna have to kill you.
Make him stand up to put a tracker in the back of his neck. He will pass out. I'd pass out.
Literally.
He was brave as shit. I would have screamed. I would have screamed. Ew, oh my god, that's a massive... Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
He's kind of... The dark circles are doing it for me. The aviator jacket, dark hair, dark circles, Nico D'Angelo. Oh, to have my brain gently
also,
massaged by an octopus.
Is that did it clear out the nasal passages? Because it can't unless it's hanging at the roof of your mouth. How does that fit there?
How bad this is honestly making me want to go read the books again. I can't even remember if I like the books or not, but I do feel like Zombie was pretty fucking hot in the books. I know nothing about him except that I think this actor is physically attractive. I hate watching dystopian travel movies because they're so obviously just walking through the fucking woods. It's just annoying to me. Like in the Maze Runner, they're walking through deserts and cityscapes and giant concrete mazes, and that's cool and aesthetic and super fucking pleasing to me. This one, she's just walking through like my backyard.
Literally just filmed at a public park.
Yeah, filmed in my backyard.
I am a enjoyer of the Hunger Games films. I watched them recently, and you know what? Schlap. However, that first one is so gosh darn ugly to look at. It's so truly disgusting to my eyes.
Yeah. It just makes me feel really claustrophobic when I'm watching these kids just walk through the woods. Because it's just like, I don't know, man. I know woods go on for miles in a lot of the country's woods. I don't give a shit, okay? It makes me feel claustrophobic. Like in Teen Wolf, they're running around the woods, and I'm like, yeah, they're literally just walking around their local woods. I can vibe. But this, she's like traveling from Ohio to fucking wherever the hell she's going, all through the woods.
Walking
I don't buy it.
the youth through the woods, unrealistic. Alien invasion I can get behind.
Hey guys, we're gonna make a commentary track for The Darkest Minds because
We're a little bit about to go on a YA book to movie adaptation binge right now.
We're already got all the good ones done. I apologize. We're not very good at this commentary review thing. We're just like, hey, I want to watch a movie, and then we don't record. We're like, we won't say anything funny, and then we do, because we're hilarious people. Go back to your fucking woods. I know I dragged them before, but oh, shit, that was a pretty fucking deep injury. Right through the leg? That's putting her down. How is she supposed to traverse? No more wood walking for you.
The book starts here, in the woods, where Cassie lies awake in her tent at night, thinking she's the only person alive. Cassie shoots the crucifix soldier in Chapter 3. The book from this point moves forward up until here, Chapter 9. After Cassie is shot on the highway, she sees the past while she's blacking out from pain, whereas the movie starts in the gas station and moves backwards. The book utilizes flashbacks, while the movie used a flash forward. While not devastating to the plot, it is an immediate red flag of how this movie disregards the source material. Now, before I get too far into this, let me say, movies disregarding source material to change their story for a film format is fine. Some changes even make the story better. But when a movie changes the heart of the story to cram 600 pages into a 1.5-hour runtime, it can lead to a convoluted and horrible movie.
I understand being suspicious of everyone, but they wasted medical supplies and an IV drip on you. I don't think they're just gonna fucking kill you off. I know him! Who is that? Who is that? She's not scared of him anymore because he's hot. He kind of just looks like I don't know. He looks really fucking familiar, but it could just be that he kind of just looks like Dave Franco. It's tearing me apart.
I'm Googling it. I'm not going to sit here and guess like a peasant. This movie came out in 2016. I don't know why I thought it was so much older than that.
Ew.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the quality. Oh God, don't dox me. Don't say it's some stupid shit. One time, Kody and I were watching a movie, and she thought of something, and she said this super deep quote, and she's like, "Where's that from?" And I Googled it, and it was Megamind.
I'm about to spit at you.
What?
The stupidest shit ever. You remember his face?
Oh fuck! What is it?
Homie is Ben Pownell from The Sirens. Shave his head, and that's Ben, dude.
No!
Exposed!
That's Luke. That's Luke from the Society. I'll bet $10 on it. Girl, you're never going to outrun him. Your best bet is to take off quietly, calmly. She said, I will storm out of this house, flinging the door behind me in broad daylight, limping on my broke-ass leg, and this will work out for me.
Bro, if a white man
Yeah,
takes me
shit.
through the woods, especially if he fucking tackled me like that.
Is there a stack of books on my desk right now that all have a bookmark about 2 chapters in? Yes. Will I finish them? No. Will I go to the public library tomorrow and get The Fifth Wave and The Darkest
Sign me up
Minds?
too.
Yeah, I will
Grab
be.
2 copies. I thought his name was Ivan. She called him Evan.
His name,
Maybe
I
I'm
was
not
pretty
paying
sure it was
attention.
Evan. Maybe you're thinking of your favorite whore.
Maybe. You recognize that man from the Siren, CJ. You said, I recognize that man. He fucked a
Shut
fish
up, so
lady."
did you. My immediate thought was that he'd been following her, but I'm glad she logically came to that conclusion. And he's keeping the bullets in his fucking pocket? Oh my god, I'm so annoyed with this man and how much he's
He gives me the
infantiling her.
worst creepy stalker vibes ever.
Like, I think it would be a smart and cool scene to show him taking out all the bullets because, like, you know, accidents happen. He's a careful man. But for him to
Yeah.
put them in his pocket was just really fucking
Like-
demeaning to me. It just tickled me wrong. Like, if he had taken out the chamber and handed it to her, I don't think I said that right. But if he took out the thing that holds the bullets and handed it to her, then yeah, okay, smart, cool. But he
I would have thought it was a
pocketed that
cool
shit.
scene to show
What do you
that
think,
he
she's a
was
baby?
untrusting and nervous that she would turn on him as soon as he let her point the gun at his chest. If there hadn't been 20 minutes of him, like, fucking trying to bottle feed her. He read your fucking diary and he keeps bringing it up. I hate this guy. Homie walks around with a rifle and knows how to use the gun. Hick behavior.
You know how to use guns? Hick behavior. I mean, did we stutter?
You're gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
Look at him fucking babying her. It's not cute. It's not sexy. Actually, I probably would have thought that was really
If he
romantic
hadn't
had
sucked.
he not be.
Literally.
I would have thought that was so cute if he wasn't a repeat offender. He's like,
I can
ew,
do that
you're
for you.
using scissors!
Let me help.
Hey, let me help you.
Ooh, he literally said I can
Babe,
let
the
me
safety's
help.
not on your
I
scissors.
hate this guy. Oh my god, she can apply the fucking band-aid, dude. How you feeling about the little plot twist?
I would say that it's clever if the writing just wasn't so sloppy. And I understand there's a book for that, but this movie's just sloppy.
They spent an hour and 20 minutes doing jack shit, so the plot twist reveal had to be done with Nick Robinson just yelling at the rest of the crew in 30 seconds.
Are you registered to vote?
Are you registered to
am.
vote?
Till I fell in love with you. Ugh!
I'm Evan. Evan Walker.
Evan fucking Walker. The movie decides to portray Evan as a white knight savior who stalks Cassie through the woods, but without him, she would have died. So really, Evan is doing the right thing. After Cassie is shot on the freeway by a sniper, Evan kills the sniper and saves Cassie. While Cassie is recovering, she asks for her gun back, and Evan tells her he couldn't find it, even though it was dropped right by where she was laying. In the book, there's no random sniper taking pot shots on the freeway. Evan Walker stalks Cassie through the woods, sneaking into her campsite at night to read her diary. Evan Walker shoots Cassie on the highway, but when she crawls out from under the car, he can't finish killing her and runs away. Cassie drops her gun on the highway and limps a few miles into the woods, where she crawls into an abandoned car and falls asleep. When she wakes up, she's been rescued by a handsome stranger, who she comes to find out is Evan Walker. Evan Walker has not been revealed as the shooter at this point. Evan nurses her back to health, but she begins to doubt he's telling the truth. At this point, Cassie finds her gun. In the movie, this big blowout scene means nothing. Cassie dropped her gun a few feet away from where she passed out. Of course Evan found it. It doesn't mean anything to the audience that he lied about finding it. Yeah, of course he doesn't want the stranger armed in his house. In the book, Evan returns Cassie's handgun to her, proving that he would not hide her gun on the basis of being scared of an armed stranger in his home. So when Cassie finds her rifle hidden in the barn, we have cause to be scared. We know Cassie dropped this rifle on the highway, which means Evan had to have been on the highway and tracked her through the wood to where she ended up. Why would Evan have done this? Why would he have lied? It must be bad news. I understand why the movie changed this, as Cassie goes on to be with Evan in a romantical sense, and the movie wanted to be less problematic. However, it would have created a more solid and understandable story to keep the Evan shooting Cassie and just write out the romance. They didn't have enough time to write a good romance anyway.
I'm so toxic that if he tried to explain to me that the others were military, I'd interrupt and explain that I already knew that and that I was smarter than him.
I'm so toxic in the other way. He'd be saying shit I already knew and be like, oh my gosh, really?
And what else? And what else? Oh my God, what did he say about that?
To you?
What's your perspective?
Ben Parrish. The movie writes out Ben Parrish's past in connection with Vosh, but none of that changes the story anyway. When Ben meets Sam, Sam spends a lot of time speaking about his sister, Cassie, but Ben never recognizes the name. I mean, why would he? Ben has never interacted with Cassie in the book, besides one time when they were very young in elementary school, when the two realized their younger siblings had been born the same week. This is brought up a few times throughout the book, where Cassie wonders if she met Ben again, if she could be like, hey, remember the babies, and he would remember her. But in the movie, they write out this scene, and they joke about their phone cases. This scene means nothing and never plays into the plot. It's poor writing and just the studio not wanting to hire child actors for a flashback scene. In the book, when Ben and Cassie do reconnect, Cassie asks him, do you remember the babies? And Ben has no idea what she's talking about. In the movie...
Okay, all right. Cassie, my name's Ben Parrish. We used to go to high school together.
Know who you are.
I think in the book, this just speaks towards Rick Nancy's weird characterization of his young female lead and the way that she's completely head over heels for every man she's had a conversation with in her life. I just dislike Rick Nancy's writing, the way he handled Cassie's inner monologue and made her just like a lovesick puppy, willing to follow any man who blinks at her in the apocalypse. And I just don't think that this man has ever had a real conversation with a teenage girl in his life.
This guy blows!
Embarrassing. Go find your brother. You're so close.
Ben is literally
They're like,
just sitting
yeah,
there
we have
watching
time
this
to
fucking
wait.
Girl Mac, her boyfriend, he's trying to go save his little squad mate. I'm so toxic because if I saw this shit, I'd just give up. I'm like, damn, I tried.
The book makes more sense and everything is more fleshed out, which is what we come to expect from movie adaptations. But the movie made such severe cuts that it seriously damaged the understandability and pacing of the film, while books have the luxury of taking their time. Movies can't do that. Having to rush through plots and cut out characters, while the book does have problems, namely Cassie's lovesick ignorance for Evan Walker, despite these near-fatal flaws, the book is still better. So where did the movie go wrong? Well, honestly, it's hard to tell. The movie was bland and ill-paced, but it's hard to pick out one single issue. I think The Fifth Wave was just a poor choice for an adaptation. It's not blockbuster enough to have been picked up. While it's a fine book, the story is mostly just Cassie's inner thoughts and written as if she's speaking through her diary. It's an interesting read, but the story isn't too exciting to watch, and probably should have been left alone.